What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning Channel. And today we are on day 7 of 20 for this consecutive prep process for the SAT Math. Hey, what's up, Pilot? How you doing? We're starting right now. Let's do it. 1:45. So I'm pretty excited to do this. I think this is going to be really helpful for everybody. And even if your SAT does get canceled, I hope it doesn't. But if it does, you can still use this for whenever it does go down. It's going to go down eventually, whether it's September, October. I really believe that. So just stay positive and let's keep at it and let's keep working, keep strong.
Whenever it does.
By the way, one other thing, somebody mentioned in the last stream that the quality of the clarity of the screen had gone down since I got my new computer, because I think I changed the settings in terms of the output, but I believe I've reset them. So please let me know if the quality is good, if it's clear, if you can read the questions clearly as I go through them. Like I said, it should be nice and crisp now. All right. So without further ado, we are going to knock out. Hey, what's up, Aditya? We're going to knock out test number 4 in the no calculator section. Again, this is one of the tests that has been pulled. All right, awesome. Thank you, Zoe. I'm so happy because I was playing around with the live stream with OBS yesterday, and I thought I figured it out, but I wasn't sure. So we're going to do test 4. This is another test that has been pulled by the College Board, but I still think it's a great test. I think it's still very representative of what you're going to see. So I've kept it in the mix, and we're just going to go ahead and set up the timer. Now, this is fun for me because the no calculator section is my favorite section because it's kind of fast. It's the right length, I feel like, to get maximum output, keep your focus up, your endurance up. So I really enjoy it. Hey, what's up, Sam? I'm good. I'm excited. It's the weekend. Hey, what's up? That's a funny name. I'm home with the milk. Not sure what that's a reference to, but hey, that's cool. They wrote something like, hey, we want to have our 8 tests, and so they added test 9 and 10, and then they pulled 2 and 4. I don't know what they didn't really give a proper reason. Who knows why? But I still think it's a good test, so let's do it. Here we go. We're going to start the timer. I'm going to answer questions at the end. Hello, Captain Curry. We're going to answer questions at the end, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Which of the following expressions is equal to 0 for some value of x? This one. These are all impossible because these are going to be positive values. How can I add 1 to a positive value and get 0? Only this one will work. And the value could be 2 or 0. Number 2, in the function above, b is a constant. If f of 6 is 7, plug and chug. So I'm going to plug in 6 here and 7. That's the function value there. So when 7 equals that, I can solve for b. 3 halves of 6 is 9. b equals -2. So now it's 3 halves x minus 2. And then what is f of -2? Plug it in. So 3 over 2 times -2 minus 2. Boom, boom. That's -3 minus 2 is -5. All right. And just make sure we got that right. 6 is 7. 6, 18, 9. It has to be -2. That makes sense. And then that's -3 plus -2 is indeed -5. Boom, done. Okay, number 3. X over y equals 6. 4 times y plus 1 equals x. If x, y is a solution of system equation, what's the value? Okay. Solve the system. I am going to try and find y. Now, this is a case where substitution is going to be really easy. I'm going to plug this whole thing in for x up top. So it's 4 times y plus 1 over y equals 6. Multiply both sides by y. And simultaneously, I'll distribute 4y plus 4 equals 6y. Subtract 4y from both sides. 2y equals 4. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. Y equals 2. F of x equals -2x plus 5. If f of -3x is equal to, plug in -3x here. That's all you're doing. You're replacing the x with -3x. -2 times -3x plus 5. Boom. Distribute 6x plus 5 is the answer. Just make sure we didn't make any silly mistakes. -3x. Positive 6. Yes. All right. We're good to go. Number 5. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? Okay. First, I'm going to FOIL every... Wait a minute. The last term has to be 3 because these will end up being a 1, and then 3 times that is 3. So goodbye, goodbye. And it's got to be this one. But let's do it anyways. Distribute, 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 distribute. 8x squared, 2x and 4x is 6x plus 1. This times 3 gives you 24x squared plus 18x plus 3. Just like I thought. Numero 60. If a minus b over b equals 3/7, which of the following must also be true? They've got a over b. Let's first get a over b. So I'm going to cross multiply, and I get 3b equals 7a minus 7b. Let's add 7b to that side. That's 10b equals 7a. So they got a over b, and those two. Let's get that. Divide by b, and divide by 7. Divide by 7. So a over b equals 10/7. Yeah, it worked. Let me just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Again, we'd get 10b equals 7a. 10b equals 7a. Okay, I think that's good. Number 7. While preparing to run a marathon, Amelia created a training schedule in which the distance of her longest run every week increased by a constant amount. If Amelia's training schedule requires that her longest run in week 4 is a distance of 8 miles, and her longest run in week 16 is a distance of 26 miles, which of the following best describes the distance Amelia runs changed between week 4 and 16 of her training schedule? So we can think about these as like the x values, these as the y values. It's almost like our slope, right? It's 26 minus 8 over 16 minus 4. And that'll give us the change per x, change per week. That's 18 over 12. So that's 3 over 2. So it goes up by 1.5 miles every week. $1.5 each week. Done. Let me just make sure that makes sense. Then that's 3 every 2 weeks. So it would be like this: 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26. All right, good. Number 8. Which of the following equations represents a line that is parallel to that? Okay, we need the same slope, slope of -3. It's a, I believe, because it's 2y. We put it in the slope-intercept form. 2y equals -6x plus 15. Divide by 2, y equals -3x plus 15 over 2. So they're the same slope, so it's a. I'm done. I'm not even going to do anything else. Numero 9. If a equals 2, what is the solution set of the equation above? Now, I could plug these in and see which one is valid and which one isn't. I'm going to do it the old school way. I'm going to square both sides and solve. Equals x squared minus 8x, because it's -4x, and then it's plus 16. So then I'm going to subtract x from both sides, so it becomes minus 9x. Add 2 to both sides, 18. Factor. And it's 6 and 3 minus, because it becomes positive 18, and -3, -6 is -9. And my solutions are 3 and 6, but now we have to double check. We have to plug them into our original equation. So x minus 2 equals x. So if I plug in 3, I get 1 on this side, square root of 1. We take the positive root in these cases only. Here I'd get 3 minus 4 is -1. So 3 is out. So it's probably just 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. Square root of that is 2. 6 minus 4 is 2. We're good to go. Number 10. If t plus 5 over t minus 5 equals 10, what is the value of t? Multiply both sides by t minus 5 by t minus 5. T plus 5 equals 10 times t minus 5. Distribute. 10t minus 50 equals t plus 5. Then I'll subtract t from both sides, 9t. Add 50 to both sides, 55. Divide by 9. T equals 55 over 9. Boom, done. Numero 11. X equals 2y plus 5. How many orders pairs satisfy the system of equations shown above? Let's see. Okay, we have to do a little substitutiones. Wait. Okay, I'm going to plug this in for y up top. And I get x equals 2 times 2x minus 3, x plus 9 plus 5. So when they say how many solutions are there is basically what they're saying. Probably I'm going to use the, what's it called? What's that formula? The discriminant eventually, because discriminant tells us there's 0, 1, or 2 solutions to any quadratic. So this is impossible because that's a line and that's a quadratic. So you can either have 0, 1, or 2. All right, let's FOIL this. So then we get boom, 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 boom. So I get 2x squared plus 18x minus 3x plus 15x minus 27 plus 5. And this whole thing is still times 2, so we can't forget that, equals x. Then we got x equals 4x squared plus 30x minus 54 plus 5. Then I'll subtract x from both sides. 0 equals 4x squared plus 29x minus 49. Is this... Oh, then discriminant. Sorry. So then it's b squared minus 4ac. And the question is this is definitely positive. So it's going to be 2 solutions. You see that? Because this is the negatives cancel out, and that's it. Now, if this was calculator, I would just graph these, and I could see probably that it does indeed have 2 solutions. But I feel pretty confident about that. Let me just think real quickly. When I FOILed it, the bottom one becomes, it's definitely going up. This is y equals, this is going to have a slope of 1/2. It's going to be like, I don't know, something like that. I'm just going to have to go with it. I can't really verify it very well. I'm just got to bank on the fact that I did the math correctly and got the discriminant right, which I think I did. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Numero 12. Ken and Paul each ordered a sandwich at a restaurant. The price of Ken's sandwich was X dollars, and the price of Paul's sandwich was $1 more than Ken's, X plus 1. If Ken and Paul split the cost of sandwiches evenly and each paid a 20% tip, which of the following expressions represent the amount in dollars each of them paid? So they paid X plus 1, and then they also did 1.2 because they added on the 20% tip, and then they split it, so they divided it by 2. All right, now let's simplify. 1.2 times 2x plus 1. So distribute, and I get 2.4x plus 1.2 divided by 2 becomes 1.2x plus 0.6. All right, I believe I did that correctly. How much do each of them pay? Okay. 13, the functions f and g defined by f of x as this, and g of x as the graphs of f and g intersect the points k0 and negative k0. What is the value of k? All right, where do they intersect, basically? Oh, and I can just plug 0 in for y, for either. So 0 equals 8x squared minus 2, add 2 to both sides, equals 8x squared, divide by 8, divide by 8. X squared equals 1/4, square root, x equals plus or minus 1/2. So it's 1/2. Right? And that's where they both hit 0. Now I'll double check and I'll plug it back in here. All right, 1/2 squared is 1/4 times negative 8. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Done. Same here. All right. Nice. Very nice. 14. If the expression above is rewritten in the form a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers, what is the value of a? All right. Simply, when you see something like this with imaginary numbers, all you need to do, they want it in this format. So when you have an imaginary number on the bottom, that's a problem. So you have to multiply by the conjugate. The conjugate is this same expression, but you flip the minus sign to a plus. That's it. 3 plus 2i. And then we let's do the top first. Distribute, 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 distribute. So it becomes 24 plus 16i minus 3i minus 2i squared over 9, positive 6i and negative 6i. Going to cancel out. That's the nice part. And then minus 4i squared. Now, the nice thing about I squared is really negative 1. So it's negative 2. It's minus 2 times negative 1. So this just becomes plus 2. Same here. This is minus 4 times negative 1, which is really plus 4. So now look, we have this nice situation. 24 plus 2 is 26. 69 minus 3i is 13i over 13. So it becomes, divide both these up by 13, it's 2 plus I. So my A is 2. And that's it. Number 15, last of the multiple choice, and we get a difficulty reset on the free response, which is always exciting because it just gets easier, and that's nice. In the quadratic equation above, K and P are constants. What are the solutions for X? Okay. X squared. So follow my basic protocol. Set everything equal to 0. Now we are going to obviously use the quadratic formula, but I don't want to deal with the fraction, so I'm going to multiply everything by 2. 2x squared minus kx minus 4p equals 0. Okay, quadratic formula. Here we go. Negative b, which is k, plus or minus square root of b squared, k squared, minus 4 times a is 2 times c is negative 4 over 2 times a, so 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay. Now this the minuses obviously cancel out, so 4 times 2 is 8 times 4 is 32. So k square root of k squared minus, or sorry, plus, what did I say, 32, right? And there it is. Oh, I forgot the p. My bad. That's not just a 4, it's a 4p. Whew, good thing they didn't have that as an option, right? That could have been tricky. And they just split up the k over 4, like whatever. I think it's this one. K squared. And the reason why we have to include p is because p is, it's a constant. It's represented as a letter, but it's still just a number because they call it a constant. So that's part of your C term. I think we got that, right? Yeah. All right, 15 is done. Now we go to 16. Here we go. Free response. Jim has a triangular shelf system that attached to his shower head. The total height of the system is 18 inches. And what is the maximum height in inches of a shampoo bottle that can stand straight up on the middle shelf? Okay. Let's see. Split line theorem. I think this is what this deals with. Hold on, I just have to remember how to do this. So if let me cut a line straight down. So we got like different triangles now. And I think we can do it like this. We can say x plus 3x plus 2x is 6x. So 6x to 18. So it's like this to this is the same as this to this. Wait a minute. No, that doesn't make sense, right? Because we only have the total. Wait. I know what it is. It's, these are all in the same ratios. This is 2y, 3y, and y. That's right. That's the split line segment theorem because these are all parallel. We're assuming they're parallel. It does say parallel shelves. There we go. So these are all proportionate in the same way. And that means So these all add up to 6y equals 18, which means y equals 3. So this length here is 3. This length here is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And this length here is 6, right? And they all add up to 18. So it's 9. All right, 9 inches. 17. In the triangle above, the sine of x is 0.6, opposite over hypotenuse. So we can call this 0.6. We can call this 1. What is cosine of y? Easy, 0.6, because sine of x, these guys are complements. Sine of x is equal to cosine of y. Done. 18, for what real value of x is the equation above? True. All right. Can we factor this? I believe we can. Yes, we can factor by grouping. Okay, so x squared comes out of the first one. It becomes x minus 5, right? Because x squared times x is that. X squared times that is that. The second one we can factor out a 2. Okay, do you agree? Because that becomes 2x. If I distribute, that becomes negative 10. Now look at this. We got the same thing here and here. So we can factor out the x minus 5. And what stays back is x squared plus 2. What are my solutions? 5. Zeros this out. Also, imaginary solutions for this would be whatever, 2i or something. I'm sorry, square root of 2i. And that would give it, but they want the real value. Now, if you wanted to be fancy and plug it back in just to verify, 5 cubed is 125 minus 5 times 5 squared. That also is 125. They cancel out. 5 times 2 is 10 minus 10 is 0. Boom, done. Last two, 19. If xy is the solution to the system of equations above, what is the value of x? All right, let is go ahead and solve by elimination. Multiply the top one by 2. That becomes negative 6x plus 4y equals 40. Make sure, I messed up. I always double check those because I've made that mistake sometimes. I just don't multiply everything properly. 8y equals 40, right? Double, double, double. And then this is 6x plus 3y equals 15. That just gets destroyed. That becomes 11y equals 55. Y equals 5. So if y equals 5, negative 3x plus 4 times 5 is 20 equals 20. Cancel, cancel. Negative 3x equals 0. X equals 0. Huh. Interesting. Is that right? 0 and 5. 0 and 5. Yeah, that's right. You can get 0, I guess, on these tests. Interesting. The mesosphere. 5 minutes left for the last question. The mesosphere is the layer of the Earth's atmosphere between 50 and 85 above the Earth's surface. So here's the surface. And then another 35. Okay. At a distance of 50, the temperature of the mesosphere is negative 5 degrees right here. At a distance of 80, the temperature is negative 80. Okay. For every additional 10 kilometers from the Earth's surface, the temperature in the mesosphere decreases by K Celsius. Okay. Where K is a constant, what's the value of K? So let's look at this here. From here to here, we're going down, we're going up, we're going down 75. Ow. So we're going by 35 feet up corresponds to a drop of negative 75. And I want to know for 10 kilometers. Here, I should have labeled this proportion. Kilometers and temp. So 35 up, right? I go down 75. So 10 up, I want to know what K is. Cross multiply. Negative 750 equals 35K. 35. Hold on. It's a fraction. That doesn't seem right. Oh, snap. I just realized what I did. This is supposed to be 30. Because at 50 kilometers, it's up, and then another 30, it goes to negative. There we go. It's supposed to be 30. 30 and 30. So 750 divided by 30, it's like 75 divided by 3, which is 25. And we can put that in as positive because the negative, it's saying it decreases by how much? Decreases by k, so decrease it by 25. Now let's check it. Oh, yeah, this is so much easier. I don't know why I put that 35 there. I don't know where that came from. But now it's 10 up, you go negative 30. 10 up, negative 55. 10 up, negative 80. Simple. There it is. We are done, and we got 2 minutes to spare, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and stop that clock right at the 2-minute mark, or right around there. Quickly make sure I didn't leave anything blank, but I'm pretty sure we're good to go. Now, if you do have extra time on the real test, as I've said many times before, you're not going to just stop and chill and do your thing. You're going to actually use that time to go through your test again and again and again until time runs out. So that's what I recommend. But obviously here, I'm doing this for you guys, so it's all good. We're just going to check it. Hold on. Where did I put that? Where did I put the thing? Huh. One sec. There it is. Okay. Still want to keep this up here. I love the no calculator. It's just so perfect, the time. Okay, so we got AAAB. AAAB. Then we got 5 is CBDA. CBDA. 9 is DDCC. And 13 is BAB. Yeah, all of them right so far. 16 is 9. 17 is 3/5 or 0.6, which we got. 18 is 5. We got 0 for 19. And 20 is 25. We did it. We did it. All right, let's take a look at the comments. What's up? So tell 16 again. All right, what? So look, 16 is a proportion question, okay? And it basically has to do with the fact that these lines are all parallel. When they are parallel, we're making 3 similar triangles, but the split line theorem in particular says we don't even have to worry about that. Whatever ratio these sides over here are divided up into, the same ratios exist for these sides. So that's why as soon as I knew that, I'm like, oh, it's also split up in a 2 to 3 to 1 ratio. And I just use a different variable. I just use y. Doesn't matter what you use. But then I'm like, oh, it's 2y plus 3y plus y equals 18, the total. Hence, the middle part is 9. Okay, 17. The rule you got to know is in a right triangle, if I have sine of x, it's always going to equal cosine of the other angle. That's it. So they're telling us sine of x is 0.6. Cosine of y is also 0.6. Don't have to do anything else. No, definitely. I mean, I'd say start at 1. I don't know why you would start at the end with the hardest questions. All the points are the same. So I would say go get the easier points first. The only thing I might recommend is if you're struggling on 12 or 13, I would jump ahead to the free response, knock out 16 through 18, and then come back. And yeah, a lot of people asked about 16, so hopefully. Yes, I am trying to do as much as I can. 13. This might have to be the last one, and then I got to roll to another appointment. This one was actually pretty straightforward. It looks really complicated, but all they're trying to say is, hey, what's the value of k? And they give you the y value of 0. So all you got to do is choose either equation and plug it in. And the nice thing is they didn't give you -1/2. So it's just like it's 1/2. You know, it's your only option. Plug 0 in for y here like I did and solve for x. And you get plus or minus 1/2. But since they don't have the -1/2 option, it's just 1/2. All right, everybody. This was so awesome. Thank you for all coming today. I hope you did like the video. And if you did like this video, please click that like button. And if you want to see more, make sure to click that subscribe button. And for those of you guys who haven't seen my new YouTube Math Puzzles channel, I want to share with you. I might make another puzzle this weekend as well. I want to share with you a link to one of my latest math puzzles if you like this kind of thing. Actually, Why not this one, the magic squares? This is kind of cool. The idea is for all you people studying and working on your math and computational skills is to just make like some fun stuff. Oh, what book? Start with College Board always. But then after that, College Panda is amazing. But anyways, the idea is if you check out this puzzle, if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome if it's your thing. But it's really meant to be just a fun way to train your brain and work your mind out and get better at your computation and mental math skills. So hope you guys like it. I've been working on that question quite a bit. All right, that is it, my friends. I must run. I hope this was helpful. If you do have additional questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section. I do respond to every comment eventually. So thank you so much. Oh, awesome. Thank you for the subscribe. Much love. Very much appreciate that. Thank you so much and have an awesome rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Take it easy.